I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Did everyone have a chance to see the minutes from last week?
I didn't see any corrections.
Do I hear a motion to accept?
That's so moving.
Second. It's been moved and seconded to accept the minutes. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Passed 3-0. Commissioner comments and committee reports.
A couple things. Last week I was able to sit in a meeting with the county department heads. Everybody was there. Pat was at a hearing. Joe Bowen wasn't there. I'm not sure why he wasn't there, but they talked about the strategic initiatives for 2019, especially towards budgeting. They focused on 3 areas: the workplace culture, capital improvements, and communication. And I think the biggest thing we got out of it is that we needed to update our procedures, and also we need to do a lot more planning. You guys were there. So, but it was a really good discussion. The facilitator did a nice job, and now everybody's been charged to, I think the thing they went through this little practice of now, how, and wow. And they started with what's happening now and what wow would be, and then how would you get there. So I think I'm looking forward to seeing what the 30, 60, 90-day plan is. But the thing I got out of it is that this is an example of a strategic plan by a county, and it's 2 pages. It's not a book. People say you can't put the book on the shelf. Well, that won't go on the shelf. But I just kind of pass that around as an example. But I think it's a first experience. I think it's moving in the right way. It's I think they're going to update. What was the planned update? Come in and update the commission.
We're supposed to meet with our departments before our next month's meeting, and then after that.
So January sometime.
So December, January.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty exciting. So the other thing is last Friday I was down at the state capitol in the House Representatives room, and it was filled with 80 graduates of the Certified Public Managers Institute, and including police department. And I think it was from 5 different cohorts. It wasn't just all one board. 4 different cohorts who had met for a year, and they got a certification. There was state elected officials there. There were lots of mayors, lots of fire chiefs, lots of everybody. And Seth Howard got a certificate, and I guess he's got something to be proud of. I'd love to see us get somebody to do that every year. I don't think anybody stepped to the plate this year, but I think the registration is for December, isn't it usually, Seth?
The early bird is over. It's now on the normal fee. I don't know what that is. But it's going until mid-December possibly. So
obviously, the more trained workforce we have, the better we'll be as a county. Let me see. That was a lot. Oh, I did attend the swearing in of Judge Asher. Kalkleman. I missed Judge Asher's, and it was at the courthouse in Leavenworth. It was packed with previous attorneys, local Atchison attorneys, lots of different family members, and it was a pretty meaningful ceremony. And he's officially a judge in District 1, which includes Atchison and Leavenworth. That's all I have.
I have nothing but congratulations, Seth, on taking your course.
Okay, again, congratulations. I know it's a major time commitment. I know there's potential candidates here in other offices that may participate in future years. It is such a time-consuming event that it has to be planned, and we need to support them.
Yeah,
when
when
they
they
look at,
When they use a co-hired model, there's, the work isn't just at the classroom, it's also work you're doing in your extra time,
yes.
working on projects and things, so.
The only other thing I had was I had a NEK multi-county health meeting last night. It's here in Atchison County. Everything seems to be going good. Our local county, Atchison County director she got an award for breastfeeding awareness and breastfeeding in the workplace. It's a silver award, so congratulations to her and our department. And other than that, they seem to be doing well. Oh yeah, I can. The meeting is set for next Monday night, 7 o'clock, Lancaster City Hall. Roger Ham is speaking. It sounds like we're going to get a good turnout. Hopefully there's room enough for everyone. So I'm trying to put some more information together on that. I've been talking with Melissa Crane, our appraiser, so she can maybe provide more information and have some runoffs and information for people to pick up. Okay, new business.
I have the PO for SmartNet renewal, which is the renewal for all of our routers, switches, and ASA firewalls that we have that makes our network for the county. And so it's a renewal of $11,481.50. $11,481.50.
And it was this. It's not rebid every year. It's just.
Oh no, state contract. If you read right there on that top one, the second sheet, it's state contract pricing.
Okay.
And you can't bid because it's Cisco, so you have to buy it from Cisco. Okay. Just Cisco equipment.
I looked at it earlier. Cisco seems to be the leader in that area. Huh?
They are the leader in technology. We've had this equipment since 2013. Very little problems, which is great. We did have one router that crashed, and within 24 hours we had a new one back up and running in its place. Mm-hmm. So they're an excellent company to deal with, and if we have any problems, we can call them, and they help us troubleshoot, and that's free.
Mr. Chairman, I so move that we extend the technology support from AOS in the amount of $11,481.50.
I'll second that, Mr. Chairman.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passed 3-0.
Just the top sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Just the top one going. Yep. Also, as soon as I get a picture from Mr. Howard, we're going to post on our website a picture of him along with what he did for the certificate.
Oh, excellent.
And I emailed you
You did send me those pictures, but they weren't very clear, and they actually have a professional photographer down there taking pictures.
Did you get
so
a
I'm
copy?
hoping to get one of those pictures to post.
So you're criticizing my photography ability?
Well,
I was taking it from the gallery.
I could tell. Yeah, we're hoping for an up close picture because I knew who he was, but random public that saw the post would be like, "Who's the guy in that picture?" Okay. So yeah,
he's all dressed up.
He was, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Leave a copy.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I think that's it.
All right. You all have a great day.
Okay, thank you.
Congratulations.
Seth, you want to come on up?
I think if you wore that tie and
Suit tie today. Well, I'd ruin like you. I'm going out and doing work. I just had the PO from Mark Construction for some of the snow removal they did for us during this blizzard.
amount of $5,150. How many hours was that? Right here.
It shows on the back.
25.5 hours of loader.
It was 2 days worth.
Oh,
of work
okay,
and
and then
then
26.
and he had 3 loaders on the first day and 2 loaders the second day.
Okay, yeah, it does say 3 loaders at 8.5.
We have our loader out.
We had both. We had actually 3 loaders out. We had the solid waste, both the county or the road and bridge loaders, plus their 3, plus Marlatt had 1 and Wagner's had 1. So, and we still were struggling to keep up to get roads open. So,
Do I hear a motion to accept PO for snow removal in the amount of $5,150 to Martin Construction?
So moved.
I'll second it. Hopefully we don't have too many occurrences like that. If we got 2 more vendors out there, we could be looking at.
Well, they had,
I believe Martin's had the most hours and most equipment. So that's probably the highest bill we'll have.
it's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? That's 3-0.
That's the only business I have now, other than if we can have that executive session.
And that would be attorney-client or no, it would be personnel. I mean.
Yeah, do you want to have Jamie Madison come?
Yeah, I just texted her and told her to come.
And you're going to provide a copy of this to.
Yeah.
How long do we need?
We'll have to get the template or do you have the template?
I just gave it to
I
Lynn.
don't-
Go ahead, go ahead.
15 to
Go ahead,
20.
go ahead.
Let's just say 20 minutes.
Well, should we wait maybe 10 minutes before Jamie gets in there? Or can we go ahead and start it without Jamie? Here she is, right there.
I move the Board of County Commissioners recess an executive session at 1:15 p.m. to discuss personal matters of non-elected personnel as allowed by K.S.A. 75-4319B1, and that the purpose of the closed session is to protect the privacy rights of the employee. And the board will come out of executive session at 1:25 p.m. in the commission room, first floor of the courthouse. Those present will be 3 members of the Board of Commissions, Pat Henderson, the County Councilor, Jamie Madison, Human Resource Director, and Seth Howard, Road and Bridge Director.
I second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passed 3-0.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're correct. We have to
You're
do this correct. So
How long was the first session?
10 minutes.
10. So will 10 more minutes do it? Okay, we're back in session. We really needed longer, so we're going to have to make another motion to go into executive session.
I move that the Board of County Commissioners recess into executive session at 1:27 p.m. to discuss personal matters of non-elected personnel as allowed by K.S.A. 75-431, parentheses B, parentheses 1, and that the purposes of the closed session is to protect the privacy rights of the employee, and the board comes out of the executive session at
1:37. Is 10 minutes enough?
I'm going to say it's 10
1:37
You think so?
in the commission room.
That's awful short.
It's 10 minutes.
Let's come out at 1:45.
That's fine.
That's fine.
They come out at 1:45 p.m. Those present will be the Board of County Commissioners, Pat Henderson, our County Councilor, Jamie Madison, Human Resources Director, and Seth Howard, Road and Bridge Superintendent.
I'll second that motion, Mr. Chairman.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passed 3-0. Go back into executive.
Anyway, I can find a way.
Yeah, okay.
And we did sign your.
Some of you, you guys have anything else for me? I know there's a lot of complaints over this blizzard. A lot of
That's what happened.
most of a lot of the drifts are still out there. We're still floated too, but there was quite a few complaints. I hope I took care of most of them. I know a lot of them said they're calling the commissioners. I said, well, you can call them all you want, but I'm going to take care of it. So
I really didn't hear anything. I heard a few things later, and that was they wish they would have rolled the windrow off sooner because it got to melting before.
Correct. That was why we hired to get them drifts off. We only could do so much if we had our blades out there, all four of them running.
The road out south completely done. Osage, Ottawa.
Yeah, I mean, it's done until we get onto it next year. The base, and it held up pretty well through this. So.
It's just base. It hasn't been chip and seal.
Correct. We ran out of the temperatures to do that. So there is a few complaints you might get on or yards being gouged out from the loaders. When you have 3 foot of snow, 4 foot of snow, they're digging. They're at in the middle of the night. It happens. We're gonna go back and repair those little areas and make it right to them.
Do the best you can, and it'll correct those things later.
Correct. So, all right. Thank you.
Pat, is Melissa available to?
She is, yeah, she said just call her when we're ready.
Okay. I think we need another executive session. This would be attorney-client privilege.
You want to let her know? Somebody?
How long?
15 minutes.
I'm going to wait till she walks to the door. I'm going to wait till she walks to the door to make the motion.
We have questions about this NACO bill. I didn't have a chance to get with Richard Baum. He is the state chairman, I believe, and I want to talk to him. I was talking with some other commissioners about their participation with him, and it sounds like maybe there's some good things that we're not taking advantage of. So I definitely want to look into that better. I don't know if I've missed some things not on the list. I've gotten some like meeting updates, but not information about things that they some of the participation.
Well, sometimes you belong to an organization and you forget to take the benefits from it.
Well, I think there's been other organizations that we've kind of started seeing what they pay for training and things, and it's well worth the.
It's a small amount of money.
Yes, it's not a lot.
And a lot of those small amount of money is in to do something.
So I will.
450.
450. So I was talking to some commissioners from Brown and Jackson County last night, and they thought it was well worth their money.
I move that the Board of County Commissioners recess into executive session at 2:48 p.m. 1:48 p.m. for the consultation with attorney for the public body will be deemed privileged in the attorney-client relationship as allowed by K.S.A. 75-4319 parentheses B parentheses 2, and that the purpose of the closed session is to protect confidentiality of the discussion that the board come out of executive session at 2 p.m. in the commission room on the first floor. Those present will be the Board of County Commissioners, County Councilor Pat Henderson, and Melissa Crane, appraiser.
I second that motion, but this is kind of picky. Should he say, or are you writing down Jack Bear made the motion? You're just saying I make the motion.
Yeah.
You're writing down, okay.
Yeah.
I have a cheat sheet for my
And you
purposes.
did second it?
Yes, sir.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? That's 3-0. We are in executive session.
Predominantly it's in the elevator. That's where most of the value comes from because they're huge.
We are now on tape. So.
Okay. That's predominantly what it comes from.
Okay. Well,
Sound good?
yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
you.
Thank you.
Have a happy holiday season.
Thank you. You guys too.
Okay. Any old or unfinished business before the board? County Councilor update?
We're going to talk about, there's several government offices. The state has closed government offices for the mayor to honor President Bush. With the
and the courts will be closed. Don't know if you wanted to discuss that.
Well, I understand that Jamie checked the sister counties and I don't think most of them are going to be closed. I meant to ask Becky this morning, but I forgot. But
Are or are not?
Or not?
are not.
Well, the sister counties are not,
Yes.
correct?
That's what I understood her to say.
I would be reluctant to close.
Well, I'd like to honor President 41, but I think we ought to be doing what most people do now. The Fed is going to be open, so the banks will be open.
Yeah.
Post office will be closed. All federal government activities will be closed. So
But you want to stay open, or?
I don't know. That's up to the three of us. I would be on the
I
fence.
was just trying to decipher. I mean, you were
No,
telling.
trying to-
I was trying to deduct where you were at from your statement. So, like I say, I think I would be opposed to closing. Kind of like
Pat, what is your recommendation?
You know, I really don't know what the cost would be to doing it. It's I don't really have a feeling one way or the other. I think it's really a political decision.
Has this ever been done with other presidents, or
Yes.
close the
He's the last one that died, I think, is he, Reagan?
did our courthouse close at that time?
I don't know about that. I just know the federal government did the stock market.
Any opinion?
I'd be open for business. I think a lot of the state is, I didn't realize it till you watched on our show, but Mr. Dole and Mr. Bush are very good friends, and I think they're doing it more for, he may be called in favor or something. But if the surrounding counties are staying open, seem like we look at what the surrounding counties are doing for salaries and everything else, so this would be the same thing. So I would vote to stay open.
So we don't need a formal vote. I mean, we would have.
Done. Okay. I don't have anything else.
This is who they heard was closing. Most are open. I haven't heard of any of the surrounding say either way. Between Michelle and I, this is who we've heard is closing. Kearney, Ness, Cherokee, Sheridan, Ford, Kiwawa, I didn't say that right, Edwards, Riley, and Greenwood.
Minority.
Very small.
Some of those might be military. Riley, probably a lot of military. Might have an influence with government too, but I think the consensus is to stay open unless we hear of something else. But I think at this late date, I think we ought to stay open. County councilor updates?
I don't have anything else.
Nothing? We've had our executive sessions. With that, do I hear a motion to adjourn at 2:05?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
I'll second that.
It's been moved to second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? We are adjourned. Can I take that?
Sure.
Get it?
Sure.